So that is it. It's time now for question and answer. So if you have any question, you can raise your hand and ask a question. Come and give them the mic. Mr. Kuma. Tell us your name and what your project is about.
Alright, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon my lecturers. Thank you so much for the beautiful session. We learned much insight from the orientation side. So I'm Apele Aishat and I'm working on the medical microbiological project.
Tell us the topic.
We are currently working on the prevalence of sexually transmitted infections among inmates, to know the prevalence of viruses among prisoners and to know their impact on the society. So that's what my project is about. So my question is, sir, is there a right time to apply? Considering the fact that we are undergraduates, majority of the scholarship opportunities that come across require transcripts. So once I see transcripts, I always look down on the project because I know to get a transcript I have to be done with my undergraduate studies. So should we go ahead with application before completion of the whole tertiary study, or we should wait till we are done?
Transcript, right? Immediately you graduate, you connect your transcript when it's ready. Don't wait until you apply for the scholarship or anything. I think now it doesn't normally take a lot of time. It doesn't take time.
Almost immediately.
Immediately. You can collect it so that you collect everything, certificate, transcript, everything. So that anytime the application comes out, then you don't need to be running a class. Right?
Next person. No, please use the mic. Use the mic, please. Use the mic.
When you are as you are still undergraduate, you cannot apply. You need your transcript now, statement of results, certificate, all those things, NYSC sometimes. So you cannot apply until when you finish.
On that question, if you are applying for scholarship that requires BSc, you wait until you have the BSc degree. Yes, you can apply for, there are many scholarships that come out within your 4 years of university. That means you will not utilize them. There's a lot. OB is there, NMPC, there are many. You know that you don't explore them. It is the more you look for, you are going to find. Just like I tell my students, there's no research that is useless. It's how far you can research literature that will determine how far you can discuss the result. So undergraduates will look for 100 level, 200 level. Now, OB will start. So you tell your younger one 200 level. Chevron will start their own taking scholarships within 200 level. Now, at this level, and 400 level, you do have a certificate. Yes, you can apply for internship. You can apply for internship. You can even follow during the time of your final year exam. And you have internship for US for 2 weeks. The school will be happy, the company will be happy to release you and do make up for you when you come back. You'll be very happy. Yes. You won an internship to US or to South Africa. Even during your project defense, you will allow you to defend from there online. Last time, you have put the name of the department university on another pedestal. You don't know. So we value, the university we value it. That is All this when you are looking for medical, this is the people who go and look for medical certificate to come and say they do makeup. Why can't you make internship? And then during the exam, immediately that you are approved that you go, you already know you're in South Africa. For 2 weeks with different eggheads from all over the world discussing something. It can be on politics, it can be on leadership, it can be on something. Don't look only microbiology, that's why we call it internship. A lot of leadership internships are out there. The issue I have is age. They say they want young people. They want young people. There are other ones that are people of my age to apply for them. So the one that requires the certificate, hold on until you get the certificate. You understand?
Thank you.
Next one.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I would like to say a very big thank you to our coaches for that wonderful session. In fact, we really learned a lot. I'm very sure everyone has been able to gain one or two. In fact, plenty things today. So, my name is Ganiat Kola Abdani, and I'm working on detecting genes responsible for antimicrobial resistance in some selected organisms, specifically SRP organisms. The organism published by the WHO that there are organisms that are resistant to like plenty antibiotics. So we want to discover the genes responsible to streptomycin specifically. So now my question is, when writing statement of purpose for personal interest, you said that, and from the experience I have, that you tailor your personal interest. You should write your story in it. You should make it personal. So there are a lot of us that, apart from these academics, we've been engaging in some extracurricular activities and other leadership results. But then, when you want to write personal statement or statement of purpose, there is like, how can we tailor our story? How can we write our story? How can we incorporate all the things that we've been engaging in? How can we incorporate it into our personal statement? How can we write our story so that it will capture those that we want to submit it to? How can we make it personal? So that is my main question.
So of course, we are writing your personal statement. We are writing your personal statement. You have to consider other things, not only academics. The shortest way to go about it. If you ask me now how to write the personal statement, it's been long I wrote it. I cannot tell you that this is how to write the personal statement. The shortest way to write a personal statement is to look at what Dr. Detmer have mentioned. You have to go online, look at different personal statements, where they have written it. Then also, you can also find an article that will talk about the do's and don'ts, or a good personal statement and a bad personal statement. So, by the time you do all that and you sit down, I'm very sure that you'll be able to generate one. When I applied for the scholarship, I never know what is personal statement. I didn't even give it to anybody to help me check. I just look online, okay, this is how they normally write it. Normally it is like they're writing essay. There will be introduction, there will be body, there will be conclusion. There will be what goes into the introduction, you know. What goes into the body, what are the things? So you have to look at those ones and then try to develop them. By the time you do it, I'm very sure that you are going to write a perfect song that you can use to submit. But now also, you can give it out for proofreading. Unlike then, I don't know, even my professor might not even know what is personal statement. So that's why I said you have to work close to your supervisors and then belong to some communities that align with your area of research so that they can help you to go through. I'm sure that it's okay. Right?
I want to chip in something. If you want to also consider the body making the call for the funding. You consider the body making the call. You get what I'm saying? Let's say the people making the call are based in Saudi Arabia, and you are a pastor, a prophetess in your class, or a prophetess. Are you going to be writing there? I'm a prophetess. When I come to here, I'm going to prophesy to all of you. And command all of you to Christianity. You're already, in fact, you have got the answer to your plan already. So you look at the body writing, the writing. And the body are going to structure some questions they have been asked, they'll be saying, you show that this is what they want. So you strengthen that area of your own part in what you're going to be giving them. You understand? From the body language of the writing of the agency, you know what they want. You know what this agency is tilted towards. So you program yourself or project yourself in that way that aligns with what the body is about. I think that's a bit addition to what you said. Next question.
My name is Dr. Thank you very much for that very insightful session. I'm actually working on the prevalence of some viruses among fever patients in London State and also determinants that affect their condition. So my question is that when you were speaking about how many times you applied, you mentioned that you kept applying multiple times. Is it that, for example, if I'm focused on getting the Fulbright scholarship, do I keep applying for the scholarship at the same time? Like when you're applying, do you change your statement of purpose? Like maybe you have a different topic this time, or are you not at risk of maybe submitting multiple applications for a particular scholarship?
Definitely, when I say you apply to different scholarships, different grants. I say grants, internship, so many things you apply. Fulbright is just one, and it comes out once a year. So if you apply once a year, it's a new place, you have to wait till the next year. Understand? So you don't have to wait now twice a year. You apply for twice. You apply for IFF, International Foundation for Science. They have their own. You apply for different bodies. There are some that I will never have to say. It's when you start that you will see it and know it. And when you now write out the good reference for it, then we can see it and then we will listen to this. The good reference and forget about it. There are some schools like this, Baylor University in UK. I do reference people, so they write me, asking me to tell my students about them, and they can apply to the place. So you apply to different places at different times. Talking about statement of purpose, some will not ask you for personal statement of purpose. Some scholarship or grants will not ask you. Now, if you're applying for scholarship or full grant, and you're applying for your PhD something or master's, the purpose is different from when you're applying for internship. Most internship is basically about leadership, about a particular area, extracurricular, which you want curricular. Like what you are doing now is extracurricular, it's not purely academic. What I'm doing now is like building, like youth building, you understand, like career counseling, like scholarship counseling. That's what I'm doing. I did it in natural, you know now. It's not. So it's outside of natural. There are people that are acting that they are not natural. Can they come for this session? See, yeah, they can come. And if they came, what they are saying is still apply to them. Apply for any area of study, not just natural. I think that's good. Any other question from the back? Let's go to the back.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I'm actually longed for something like this. I was discussing with my friend after I last week about something like this, and I did not even know that we have the opportunity to have this kind of gathering. My name is Obali Funoke, and my project is on medical neurobiology. We are studying the medical study of hepatitis B and rubella virus in pregnant women in Kwara State using serological and molecular studies. So my question is, actually, maybe two questions. As regards the leadership aspect, I don't really understand it because I'm actually with leadership qualities. I don't really understand because I've actually come across some scholarship like Pearson's, Germany, that class Germany and the like. So when I'm checking for the requirement, I see the leadership, I see SOPs too, and all that. But because I don't really have knowledge about it, I just keep like, maybe when I eventually understand all these things, I'll come back to it. Then another thing is all this evaluation, like West, are we going to take SAT, are we going to do TOEFL, GREs, and all that? Like, I don't really have an idea about all that. So that one itself used to like make me want to take a step back because I don't understand. Like maybe when I understand this thing, I will actually opt into it. And you said something the other time, sir. You were like, okay, for example, during my project is on medical microbiology. If I see a scholarship that is on environmental, doesn't mean I should not go for it. Because I am doing medical microbiology, I have a thing for industrial microbiology too. So maybe seeing the scholarship as regards industrial microbiology, like, and for someone that actually loves medical microbiology, how can we like, switch and all that so that we can actually function too? Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
So I will start from the last one. It's possible because you know when you get your undergraduate certificate, you are just your certificate with BSc in microbiology. Does not read BSc in industrial microbiology, medical microbiology, or like that, right? It's with BSc in microbiology. So you can venture into any aspect of microbiology depending on your interests. If you see a course, and that is why we make the learning versatile for everybody. You have done lectures under courses under industrial, environmental, and medical. So somebody looking at your your transcript already know that you have knowledge in that field. So don't wait until you see the one that is medical microbiology. In as much as you have interest on that aspect of research that has to do with industrial, and even now, research are always interdisciplinary. Where that you venture into different aspects. So don't wait until that, right? Except if you want to focus on virology, definitely you're not going to pick a scholarship and apply for industrial microbiology. So that virology is what you want. So just stick to that one. Then concerning the different exams that you have to do, Dr. Lenny did a lot. Now you did TOEFL. I did TOEFL. I did it 3 times. And in order to be able to apply because my target was to apply for the Fulbright scholarship because I already started my PhD in University of Ibadan. Before I get employment into university, I spent 2 years on the PhD already. So I was looking to apply for Fulbright so that I will be able to spend like 1 year in US to complete it. But one of the criteria is you must have like 85% in the TOEFL exam. So I applied for the TOEFL exam. It's not common now. They don't normally do it in a specific place. I think Abuja, Kaduna, and Lagos. The first one I did it in Kaduna. I went there. I think I scored 70. Then the next one I did it in Lagos. That one I even went with my baby that was just 1 week old. Yes, 1 week old. Because I was already scheduled for the exam. My mom carried the baby. I was there. The baby was crying. Continue crying until I finished the exam. So if you want something, you have to go for it and struggle for it. You don't let anything to disturb you. So I did that one. I think I scored maybe another 78. I did the third one again. Then I scored less. Although they called me for the interview, but normally they give 14 Nigerians scholarship. I was there, I did the interview, I went to the embassy, I did the interview, and I passed the interview. But they now sent a message that this year I don't have enough money. They just want to keep that for just 12 candidates, and I was 13 candidates. So that was why I didn't apply for Fulbright. Then I now apply for full scholarship. I didn't even want Fulbright because I've suffered a lot of Fulbright. Let me apply for full scholarship. Do the application before I now got down. So now, depending on the scholarship work, like now the one I now applied for, they don't require all the tests. They don't require TOEFL, LTS, and all that. They don't request for it. So different scholarship. If you want to apply, you have to go and look at their instructions and know whether that exams is the requirement or not. I think maybe most of the universities in UK and US, maybe they normally ask for that. But Asian countries, because they know that Nigeria is an English-speaking country, so definitely you understand English. So using that, you don't request for that. But if you're not coming from an Arab country, whereby their lingua franca is not English, right? It's Arabic or other languages. So when they might request for that exam, like you present the result of that. So what they just request for Nigerian students is just proficiency in English. So I just went to the university. They just gave me a letter to certify that I am proficient in English, and that one was sufficient. So it depends on the type of application, and that is why you have to be looking at it and be familiar with the requirements, even like a year or 2 years, even before you apply. Right? I think that would be fine.
Let me just add to that. When I was doing before Fulbright, the first time I told you, you didn't even contact me. You didn't even see the summer application. That means it was far from what they wanted. So before the second one, they started applying. I have an idea of what they wanted. I also met, also from the habit, people who have won that scholarship before, they are online. Because I say internet. Ha. Internet, what internet have done for me? People have, that scholarship you want to win, people have won it physically and online. People you can see in this university or around you are online. Go and meet them. Start chatting with them. Small, they'll be dropping some gifs. Anytime you see them talk about that scholarship, this is the point you are, they will tell you something. That's simple something will move you again. Because it's experience, it's not theory. Now the Fulbright, when I wanted to do the TOEFL exam, I now did what is called, I went online. I started watching American films. Yes, TOEFL they are going to test reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Your reading of English, your writing of English, your speaking of English, and your listening. Whether when they tell you something now in English, whether you can, when I say stand, when I'm greeting you, you greet, hey, hello, wow, have a good one. They are used to that. Every time they greet you, they say, have a good one, have a good day. In the morning, have a good one. You have a birthday, have a good one. So if you see some of my messages I give people on birthday, if I'm going to write it, I will say have a good one. If it's not suggested from online. Now, on that TOEFL, I watch started watching American film movies. I downloaded them on YouTube. I want them to be able to listen to how they speak. Then, I watch a lot of people that talk about how to prepare for TOEFL. I watch it and I follow what they said. Then, I didn't buy the textbook. I don't spend money to buy. Somebody use the textbook. I don't use to buy. I don't use money. I don't use money. Let me tell you, I have an instructor, online instructor. You see, anything you need, you will get it for free. But there are some that you need to pay. There's some you need to pay. Now that's TOEFL. I took the test for free, not on TOEFL, on test then. There's another like a training out center for TOEFL. It's called Test Den, TST Den. So there's an opportunity to take similar tests like TOEFL, but it's free. So I'll be in the office till 6 o'clock, 7 p.m. taking the test, using the Wi-Fi in the office. By that time when I'm going to school, no disturbance. So I'll sit down, put my earphone, I'll take the test. I think it's TOEFL. The first one scored 80 something, second one 80 something, third one, and I went for the test. When I was to choose the test, I chose Ibadan. There was a center at Ibadan. So they are saying that center now is bad, and we told us for bad things now. So I know it's not about to go there now. I'm seeing that in the media now. So I went there, and I focused. I had to focus like 2 people like our CDT. Everybody has his own. Somebody's reading is reading because they have to read out. Then if you tempted to kill carry, then you forget that they are reading, your own is reading, so you have to focus on what you're doing. And that's why how life is, there's a lot of distractions. You're not careful. This one will distract, this one, the campus, because of you, everywhere, no ball, full of distraction. If you're not focused, it will distract you. So I did the test in test then, and I went for the test, and I scored 93. And then I proceeded. Now, talking about the SAT, there are some schools in the US or UK or any of them that require SAT. There are some schools that don't require it. You understand? Some schools don't need it. Some schools need it. So you that you are doing the one that the schools don't need it, that means your chances are what? I didn't like that was small now. Because everybody, you don't need SAT. All of you are going to that school. The school that need SAT, only few people pay and are able to apply. So you can see the difference now. So our advice, if you have the money, go and do the SAT now and pass it. It opens your chances. In fact, it's easy to get the scholarship. If you score very high in SAT, you can get scholarship straight. What? I don't know. You talk about West. West is just to look at the certificate. I think you don't know or anywhere. That's all. West is just to look at, to verify your certificate. That's what West is about. Let's say the next 2 questions.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, sir. You mentioned something about having a referee when you are applying. Now, and you talk about establishing a relationship with your supervisor. For example, my supervisor is involved in environmental microbiology, and I have interest in medical. So, sir, if I'm applying for a scholarship that is medically oriented, would I need to look for that referee, or can I use reference from my supervisor who is involved in environmental microbiology?
Thank you.
You don't need a special supervisor. You can even get from HOD. You can get from your legal advisor. Right? It doesn't mean that it must be your lecturer, your supervisor must be industrial or not. In as much as that person wants you. Those who knows you very well, your legal advisor knows everything about you. Now, your supervisor, very close to you. So they'll be able to give more information and write something about it. So those are the two another lecturers that we are close with that taught you, right?
Yeah, that's it. Doesn't mean that class failure. But please, most of you, we have to start doing now. When you finish now, even now, some of you don't meet anybody, just do your own. Until after 3 years, 10 years, I have somebody like that. He was in my class. This back then. When he finished, he got up in blue. It was hot cake there. Blue was the hottest cake there. There's blue back home. That was the hottest cake. It's connected. You didn't find him on Facebook, you didn't find him anywhere. I was driving in the town one day, around Monday. I just received a call. I actually called one back. Not the one. You want the reference letter. No, he wanted West. So, what you have for sure, law, you have to do one there. So, you don't think I'm here that I'm a senior person now. Alright, thank you very much. You don't tell me that I'm here as a senior person now. Truly, I spoke with the person they did it for him. You now wanted referee from some lecturers who thought of you had the same supervisor. I told the two of them. One said, laptop is bad. The second person said, he's not going to do it. So he told me, laptop is bad. That person that said laptop is bad can call me to go and write it and bring it, just sign it. And I will scan out to the guy. Laptop is bad. That means the person does not want to do it. Laptop is bad. How? Even for students, people have take, go and give and bring this. How much more? There's no lecturer in the faculty there that time. The person was even a faculty person that time. Even lecturer from, even call HODs, they will answer the person. So the person will not do the second person too. I want to meet the man say, I need to me a fresh me. I don't want to do it. 20 years. Oh, who were? Oh, I did one of the reference. Let's not to see now. As I am there, before I got a job here, Salah, I was saying, Happy Salah, sir. The Muslim lecturer that I knew that I've seen him. Happy Salah, I was there. They will laugh. Even though I'm not lecturing here. Christmas, Happy Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody. Send to them. You don't have people thing going. You have their phone numbers. You understand? Not all that want to just wake up and start writing somewhere you reference from where to where. You look at it critically. And students are already working after 5 years, 10 years, they are working, they want to do reference. Where are you working now? I'm working with Dangote as the petrochemical engineer. We have sent the data out, the coffee where, no, it's not for the reference, it's for the celebrate the work. I'm happy to say, yeah, send your account number, I will send it. Then we'll see something happen. But it's not advisable to use professors. I'm an associate professor, but it's advisable to use professors. It carries more weight than when you use doctor, or it carries more weight. For the past, since last week now, the reference was a academic year I'm expecting. 2 of them have done it. One did immediately. Second person after some day, 5 people meet and we used together. One person said last weekend, when you are people trying to stop, in fact, next week, I'm going to do by June 1. You have to submit it. I think that's very nice. You have to be gentle. Not like you don't say, you don't change now. You have to be cool and say, please, I'll you. It's like I already give you, but I'm sorry, please. I don't know if you. It's like you forgot to. You don't let answer. The person needs to know that you are sexy. You don't like to go and say, if you are the only one doing everything for people, I will change you now. Honestly, I can change the person. Yes, I want your deeds. It is not good. It's not to say you want to also test your patience. Because that's what we test your patience. Because that is what they want to write about you in the referee. So they will test your patience. So if you're not patient, you will be having issues. So let's take one more. Let's take the two together.
Good afternoon, sir. So my question is for entrepreneurs. So how, like now, maybe I'm a student. Person has interest maybe agriculture or real estate or person is interested. Is it possible that I get a grant or scholarship that is able to like sponsor me outside Nigeria, which is not on academic but just based on my business?
Great. Kimono.
What's the national activity? During your minutes, when you are applying for scholarship, what's the national activity you're engaging?
He's asking what internship activity did I win? During my grant, during my days from secondary school. When I applied, what the internship was I doing when I was applying? Leadership activity. And everywhere from primary school, I'm running for leadership. Like in primary school, I wanted to make it a prefect, but I ran away because you know that my heart management and structure. Anywhere, especially in the school system, anywhere, especially in companies. See, leaders are usually direct, leaders are usually tough, and they are big. So they don't have talk on young age, they want to make me a prefect, because when I come to the union, they surrender. But because of that, assistant, the vice president, headmaster, I feel like it was wicked. When I was in secondary school, I was in one secondary school like that. I moved from there to another secondary school. This guy mentioned me. But we're looking now that this man has not failed before. I failed before. She had mentioned everything. I moved from one government school in Kaduna to a public school. I moved from there to a private school. So I read GSS 2 again. I read GSS 2 before. They have promoted me to government school. And now moved to a private school. The now I should do GS 2 again. In Kaduna. I did GS 2 again. I was promoted in that school. Very well promoted though. I left Kaduna again. I went to Lagos to meet my father. I was to enter school again. They said they can't take me in GS 3. So I had to read GS 2 again. So I read GS 2 3 times. Not because I failed, but because they say GS 3 is stamina class. And you're people like, you know what I am. No problem now. But yeah. So if you see all time, you say that this person has never repeated anything, has never failed. You failed, it's not failure. You have repeated them. You must be stagnant. So in that Lagos now, all of us in the class were transfer students. So the GSS 2M, 2 millionaires. So all of us transfer. We just gather us to the class. 50. The woman just came, our class just came. Say, you be my monitor, class monitor. And that was how I became the class monitor. SS1 came. I was starting off with this. SS1 came. All the eggheads now, science class. You know, they pick us, we go to science. I had the best result in junior YM. Anyway, that's true. So if at one point came to me and asked me that, what am I using? That before they ask the question, I know the answer. Just go and answer the question. That day surprised me. It's not okay, now you're asking the question. What did I use to know the answer? The question was there. I was looking at it, I really don't know. He was asking me, it's like me asking me, what do you need this morning now? And you answer. How would our children to answer? These things that you know. Because it's in the school, it was not in the machine. Anything you want to be better, I don't want to be better, I don't want to be better. But forgot that I played SS2 the third time. So you forget people's story, you just look at where they are now, you just say, one local company. Now I'm applying to 30 places, more than 60 places in a month. When one now comes, you say, what I see, you get. So that was how I became SS1, and that's all of us. We needed that was for classmate, SS1. Go out. I got 31 books. That was how I was in classmate. Prefect, I was a senior prefect. I would have been the senior prefect, but it was a Muslim, the first Muslim missionary school in West Africa, 1948. So they didn't allow Christians to become their senior prefect. So it was my friend now, he was the senior prefect, I was the assistant senior prefect. So on the campus, I was involved with the fellowship. I was not involved with it. My friends were denounced people, I was not involved. Let's be true, I was not involved. I was a fellowship person, very much graduate. Then after I was there, I was leader of the fellowships. After lecturing everything like that. That was it. The next one was about entrepreneurship. I'm just talking about entrepreneurship. It's easier to get scholarship in the sciences than in any other field. And it's easier for women. I'm surprised that you didn't ask now about OSWP. It's about scholarship for women. It's a women's scholarship that she gets. It's scholarship for women in science. So I'm surprised you didn't ask her about that. She just asking about Fulbright. You know about Fulbright. She too should talk about Fulbright. What's concerning Fulbright? So women in science have more opportunities. They know what they're doing. They want to encourage them to come to science. They're talking about grants. They're talking about grants. As far as you can apply. As far as you want to apply. But you must have a good team. You must have a structure. And that's what I do like this program now. Somebody wants to fund Destiny efforts. They are good at fund like this program and you fund it. Doesn't mean it's funded now. You don't hold it in this class. You can also okay. It will not be free like this. So those people have funded it. Now we say 50 people to select. That's how we also select it. We bring out this strong barrier because it's funded to be bar, to be food. Not just one day. You invite people that they came now, we just came, like dropping this thing, we come with car with this thing, ACC, we come with everything, soon be on the table everywhere, food and water. But how will you not start for free? How will you know that you can do that one when you they don't see any free one you've done? So you understand? So if you don't want anything you want to do, you want to drag capability. That's what we are doing for people. So then we will check all these things now, they will say we want to partner with you. And that guy that said I partner with me, I just checked for his name, he has won this thing, so I just checked for him, and now he's coming into this thing. I'm the one that originated it. The application was so long, I saw it, I'm not qualified. I didn't even know I'm not qualified, I just wanted to get a collaborator. The collaborator responded that, but do I have this? I don't have it. He says it's a requirement. Somebody in my team must have it. So now I look for it all over around here, I didn't find. I went on and I saw it. And now it's moving. So you have to make it. You have to try. So I'm not saying it's impossible, it's possible. So if you talk about winning grant for entrepreneurship, it's possible now. But what entrepreneurial something are you doing now? Are you going to be becoming live in the application? And most people do the thing will just show. It will show. So again, that social media is there for you to do. Anything you are doing now, put it on social media. So the program will do that for 6 months ago. Now we're doing this one now. If another time, another one, it will be there. So it will show track record over time. Then the grant, the people by themselves will just see it. We'll be looking for, we'll just see, find it, we will call you. Maybe somebody who got the money, they cannot talk like this. So we will just come and feel that no one people that can talk all over the world. Even this person can talk. So like all of you, we come and talk here. So again, this person now, I need to answer, I need to call to answer, so let's call him, come and talk. And then they give him 100 people. Look company for how many minutes. This presentation I did in India, and they gave me 1,000 rupees. That's 10,000 naira. I didn't talk like this.
Then, no, not now.
10,000 naira, they gave me momentum. Some of the things they gave me back conference house. And I ate lunch, breakfast. If I break my food, I will eat it properly. I don't want to. So that's that. That's not entrepreneurship grant. You must have a record. Track record of being an entrepreneur. Read one. Because there are things you can do. You can get people in your community like this, go back home, put them through, organize them, not all NGOs are registered. People also sponsor non-registered NGOs. If there's no question, thank you for coming.